Okay, Gary, tough one. Late in the third, they get that goal, and it seemed like that puck took a bad bounce off the boards. What did you see there?
Well, a couple bad bounces. Their first goal, a really fluky thing, and then again, they kill off that 5-on-3, which was huge, and then Bowen gets the one goal on the 5-on-4, and then we do a great job of climbing back in the game, got all the momentum in the world, played again the right way with when Eek scores, and then I just didn't like. We had a couple back-to-back shifts of doing stuff that we don't want to be doing, which is going backwards and backwards. And we had a couple lines do it, and it allowed them to get up on us and get momentum and wear our D down, that's a disappointing thing. They executed a game plan pretty much the entire time, but we had this lapse about 3 minutes that killed us. And then the worst thing is we just couldn't find our game when we needed it the most. With the last 3-4 minutes. When we needed our forwards to come up with some zone time and win some battles to get some sustained time. I couldn't even get my goalie pulled, which was very frustrating.
No, I know.
So, that's the one thing. We did a lot of good things, though. You can take a lot of positive away from the game. When you get a good crowd like that, it's always frustrating to lose the game in that fashion. But, again, you create your bounces. And, Birmingham, they were working hard through the forecheck, and they got a bounce, and they capitalized.
Yeah, you brought this up, I know, before. They are a team that they're very sound in what they do, and I mean, like the first period, I think you only had 5 shots on goal, and then
Well, they only had 4.
yeah, and then you got one good chance, they got one good
Yep.
chance.
Yep.
Then broke through, tie game after 2 periods, but like you mentioned, Mundinger couldn't get out till 14 seconds left in the game.
Yeah.
What did they do so well, Gary, that has got them where they are in the standings?
Well, like I told the guys, I mean, there's something about that group over there. They got a coaching staff that's been with them now for 2-3 years, and they got some of their core guys, their leaders that have been with that same coaching staff. They got some new guys, but they got a good core group of guys that have returned, just like we do. But their success comes from their structure and how they play as a team. That's really what it boils down to. They have individual playmakers, but they win with a tight checking defensive mentality first, and they don't beat themselves. That's the one thing that you won't see from Birmingham. They're not going to beat themselves and take a bunch of dumb penalties. They're not going to turn the puck over in the neutral zone and make dumb turnovers. They're just going to keep the puck, keep the forecheck going, and that's the way a team should be. And we were like that for the majority of the game up until about the last 6 minutes of the third period. We got away from it, and we just got to learn from that.
Yeah, you guys, I mean, you killed off a 4-minute penalty in the second period, I believe, and then, man, that last, you almost got out of that last one. After the
Yep.
5-on-3, you get it to 5-on-4, and boom, they got that goal. But Taylor comes back and gives you that tying goal.
Yeah.
And that was a big lift at that point. I think, you had to feel like, okay, we've twice tied this game. Now we've got the crowd behind us and momentum on your side. Like you said, and then kind of.
Well, that was the most disappointing thing, is because the way we played out it when we got that lead, it was a couple lines that frankly we expect to be a lot better, and they just got away from it. They got away from playing a game that we've been playing, and it really stalled our momentum, and it allowed them to get momentum at the weirdest time when we should have been really buzzing, going north and going on them, and putting kind of the screws at them. We allowed them to get on top of us by our play, so that's on us, and we got to learn from it.
Okay, you got these guys twice more this week. Friday up there, Saturday here. Just a quirk in the schedule. You'll play this team 3 times in 5 days. Just talking about now the next game you got up there.
Well, there's going to be a lot happening in the next 24 hours. We got 2 guys getting called up tomorrow. Our roster is pretty decimated right now. We got a player driving in right now as we speak. We're hoping to get some healthy bodies back for this weekend. So, it's that time of the year that we're dealing with some stuff, and like I said, the effort was there tonight. That's what I like. The guys gave it a really good effort, a good, honest effort. We did outchance them. The disappointing thing, we took some bad penalties, 2 offensive zone penalties, and too many men on the ice penalties, and that's on me as the coach. So, we all got to be better in that department.
One last thing, the crowd, a Tuesday night, the day after Christmas, You put 5,500, the lower bowls filled, kids with those jerseys on. What about the atmosphere tonight? You know, I mean, this is not an easy night to draw a lot of people, and you did.
Well, it's Christmas break, and a lot of people, need something to do. I think it's a smart strategy, honestly, because a lot of people are looking for things to do when the family's in town. Everybody's some people are still off work, kids are off school, so I think it makes a lot of sense. And with the kid giveaway jersey coinciding with kids being out of school, I think was a pretty smart marketing strategy.